Once again, we'll be continuing with the Dungeons & Dragons Monster Manual 2024. We're currently partway through the G's. Before we head in, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to all the new followers. I'm nearly at 200, which seems mad to me. I didn't really think it would get anywhere near that. And I wanted to say a huge thank you as well to everybody who likes and comments on the video, particularly Githzerai and Bardgun_art who comment every single week. It really brings a smile to my face, so thank you so much. So let's head straight in. Today, we start with 2 double-page spreads on Githyanki. Really gorgeous art here as usual. Set in the astral plane, the stars in the background, all the celestial elements, and all these gorgeous detailing on their armour. All of these gold and silver accents. This warrior here with this gorgeous blade. I love the styling of Githyanki armour and weaponry. It feels so intricate, very filigree. Left to right, Githyanki Dracomancer, Githyanki Knight, and Githyanki Warrior. Githyanki, invaders from the astral plane. Habitat, planar, astral plane. Githyanki were once an ordinary people, but the deeds of a vile mind flayer empire etched a conflict on their being. Gaunt, human-like creatures, Githyanki have serrated ears and speckled skin ranging through shades of yellow, green and brown. While some Githyanki follow their own paths, many are influenced by a past that forever altered their fate. History of the Gith. Ages ago, a human-like people were conquered by an empire of mind flayers. The Illithids manipulated this forgotten people through untold horrors, forced evolution, and psychic reshaping. Eventually, one named Gith rose from among the captives and led a rebellion against their oppressors. Gith's followers, who became known as the Gith, defeated the mind flayers and shattered their vast empire. The victory of the Gith was short-lived, as Gith was forging her own burgeoning empire. A leader named Zerthamon challenged her. Zerthamon claimed Gith's drive for vengeance, and new conquest was evidence of species-wide mental programming led by the mind flayers. Biological manipulation that condemned her people to continued servitude. This claim split the Gith into Gith's followers, the Githyanki, meaning followers of Gith, and Zerthamon's followers, the Githzerai, meaning those who spurn Gith and spot an ongoing conflict. When Gith perished, her advisor Flakith assumed role of the Githyanki. Flakith's line has continued to the Githyanki's current ruler, Flakith the Lich Queen. This undead tyrant compels her people to wage endless wars against mind flayers, Githzerai, and any Medium aberration, Gith, lawful evil. AC 17, HP 49, speed 30 feet, initiative +4. It scores here. Gear, senses, languages, challenge rating, actions, multi-attack, Psy blade, melee attack roll +4, reach 5 feet, hit 9 slashing damage +7 psychic damage. Spellcasting, at will, mage hand, the hand is invisible, twice per day each, non-detection, self only. Bonus action, Misty Step, twice per day. The Githyanki casts Misty Step, requiring no spell components and using the same spellcasting ability as spellcasting. To slay in Vlaakith's name is our greatest service. To die in her name is our last act of reverence. Meldov, Githyanki Knight. Githyanki Knight. Githyanki Knights wield silver blades to slay magic users who use the astral projection spell to intrude on Githyanki territories on the astral plane. These silver blades are sacred to the Githyanki. Non-Githyanki who claim these weapons often find themselves hunted by wrathful Githyanki Knights. Githyanki Knight, medium aberration, Gith, lawful evil. AC 18, HP 117, speed 30 feet, initiative +5. It scores here. Gear, senses, languages, challenge rating. Its actions here: multi-attack, silver sword, melee attack roll +6, reach 5 feet, hit 10 slashing damage +14 psychic damage, critical hit if the target is in an astral body, as within the astral projection spell. The Githyanki can cut the silvery cord that tethers the target to its material body instead of dealing damage. Spellcasting, at will, mage hand, the hand is invisible, twice per day each, non-detection, self only, tongues, once per day each, plane shift, telekinesis, and a bonus action, Misty Step twice per day. Githyanki Dracomancer. One of Gith's last deeds was to forge an alliance between the Githyanki and the dragon god Tiamat. Ever since, the Dragon Queen's red dragon consort, Aphelamon, and his kind have been allies of the Githyanki. Githyanki Dragomancers uphold this pact and cultivate magic talents that complement the might of red dragons. Githyanki Dragomancer, medium aberration, Gith, lawful evil. AC 18, HP 255, speed 30 feet, fly 30 feet, initiative +8. scores here. Skills, senses, languages, challenge rating, actions, multi-attack. The Githyanki makes 3 Draconic Strike actions. Draconic Strike, melee or ranged attack roll plus 10, reach 10 feet or range 120 feet. Hit, 12 slashing damage plus 17 fire damage, and the target has the frightened condition until the start of the Githyanki's next turn. Conjured Dragon's Breath, recharge 5 to 6. Dexterity saving throw DC 18. Each creature in a 90-foot cone. Failure, 27 fire damage plus 27 force damage. Success, half damage. Spellcasting, at will, mage hand, twice per day each, non-detection, plane shift, tongs, and as bonus action, Misty Step 3 per day. And on this page, we have the Githzerai. Obviously the same race quite clearly with the same features. Similar skin colouring, glowing eyes, but taking a much different path than the Githyanki. Left to right, Githzerai's Earth, Githzerai Scion, and Githzerai Monk. But still having this similar design colouring in the blues and greens and these gorgeous gold accents here. Still really intricate designing here. Githzerai explores at reality's extremes. Habitat, planar, limbo. Githzerai are gaunt, human-like beings, physically identical to Githyanki. They share a history with Githyanki as creatures physically and psychically transformed by mind flayers. See the Githyanki section. Githzerai know that in body and mind, their species was manipulated by their former illithid oppressors. Rather than giving in to this programming, Githzerai follow the teachings of their first leader, Zerthamon, and reshape their minds and bodies to find peace. Githzerai psychically create serene, hidden sanctuaries in chaotic reaches of the multiverse. Most of these read-ups drift through the chaotic plane of limbo, but Githzerai conclaves can also be found in the abyss, the elemental chaos, and the Feywild. Githzerai create these cloisters to hone their psionic abilities, to gain insights from the multiverse, and to avoid Githyanki and mind flares. Githzerai Monk. Githzerai monks pursue control of their minds by honing their physical and psionic talents. They might be found beyond Githzerai sanctuaries, testing themselves amid the dangerous extremes of the multiverse. I am having real trouble with physically, psionically, psychically, all together. I just keep jumbling them up. scores here. Skills, senses, languages, challenge rating, actions, multi-attack, size strike, melee attack roll +4, reach 5 feet, hit 6 bludgeoning damage +9 psychic damage. Spellcasting, at will, mage hand, once per day, see invisibility. Bonus actions, psi-powered leap, twice per day. The Githyanki casts jump, requiring no spell components and using the same spellcasting ability as spellcasting. Reactions, psionic defense, twice per day. The Githyanki casts Featherfall or Shield in response to the spell's trigger, requiring no spell components and using the same spellcasting ability as spellcasting. Githzerai Zerth. Githzerai Zerths embody the discipline espoused by their first leader Zerthamon. Their psionic control aids them in protecting their people and travelling the planes of existence without fear of being followed by Githyanki or Mind Flayer foes. Githzerai Zerth, medium aberration, Gith, lawful neutral, AC 17, HP 84, speed 40 feet, initiative +7. It scores here. Skills, senses, languages, challenge rating, actions, multi-attack, size strike, melee attack roll +7, reach 5 feet, hit 11 bludgeoning damage +13 psychic damage. Spellcasting, at will, mage hand, once per day each, phantasmal killer, level 6 version, plane shift, and see invisibility. And bonus actions, psi-powered leap, twice per day, and psionic defense, twice per day. And then lastly here, Githzerai Scion. These powerful scions oversee Githzerai sanctuaries, study enigmatic planar events, and lead Rockma, hostile forays into Mind Flayer colonies to slay lithids and uncover secrets of how the ancient Gith were transformed. Githzerai Scion, medium aberration, Gith, lawful neutral, AC 18, HP 169, speed 40 feet, fly 40 feet, initiative +8. It scores here. Skills, senses, language, his next turn, or B, the prone condition, provided the target is a large or smaller creature. Spellcasting, at will, mage hand, once per day each, plane shift, see invisibility, and reaction, psionic defense. So it has now just started raining, and because the room that I'm recording in has a metal roof, this may not allow me to continue recording. So I may have to leave it here and just come back in a little while once it's settled. And we're back with slightly better weather now. So I'll finish off the Githzerai. Adventures with Gith. Characters might be drawn into conflicts involving Githzerai and Githyanki in various ways. Roll on, or choose a result from the Gith conflicts table to inspire adventures featuring these age-old rivals. Gith conflicts. The characters are 1. Called on to deliver a message or mysterious parcel to or from Vlaakith the Lich Queen. 2. Encouraged by a disguised intellect devourer to seek out an elusive Gith leader. 3. Entreated to aid Githzerai fleeing the Githyanki who destroyed their sanctuary. 4. Entrusted with renewing or disrupting the Githyanki's alliance with red dragons. 5. Invited to hunt illithids with Githyanki. 6. Pressed to uncover a Gith spy in a planar community or on a spell-jamming ship. 7. Sent on a quest to discover the last known location of the hero Gith or Zerthamon. 8. Tasked with returning the blade of a fallen Githyanki knight to the knight's people. A D8 for this one. 6. Pressed to uncover a Gith spy in a planar community or on a spell-jamming ship. Next up, Glabrezu. Quite a fearsome looking creature here. We have some what look like adventurers here attempting to fight it. This one possibly not doing too well. Very tough looking monster. These bulging arms here ending in pincers. And then another set here below. A lot to watch out for. Its horns and sharp teeth. Love the little additional details of saliva here. Certainly looks like it's very hard. Looks like it's covered in some kind of, almost like an exoskeleton. It probably isn't, but you can see these hard white bits like bone. This hard sort of shell-like with this sheen over it. Looks clearly very hard. Glabrezus embody delusion and predatory guile. These cunning demons know the most effective traps are those that individuals devise for themselves. Despite having massive claws and overwhelming physicality, Glabrezus excel at using flattery and misdirection to coerce victims into isolating themselves and harming others. In the abyss, Glabrezus act as lone hunters or deceitful advisors to greater demons. Glabrezus seek routes to the material plane and relish being summoned by magic users. They eagerly serve mortals while tempting them to betray their allies and indulge in hubristic fantasies. A Glabrezu strives to murder its summoner once the magic user has committed irredeemable misdeeds and the mortal soul is surely condemned to the abyss. Your companion's life, or what you've journeyed through infinity in search of, make your choice. Gerzog, Glabrezu of the Infinite Staircase. Glabrezu, large fiend, demon, chaotic evil. AC 17, HP 189, speed 40 feet, initiative +6. Its scores here. Skills, resistances, immunities, senses, languages, challenge rating, traits, demonic restoration. If the Glabrezu dies outside the abyss, its body dissolves into ichor and it gains a new body instantly, reviving with all its hit points somewhere in the abyss. And magic resistance. Its actions: multi-attack, pincer, multi-attack roll +9, reach 10 feet, hit 16 slashing damage. If the target is a medium or smaller creature, it has the grappled condition, escape DC 15 from one of 2 pincers. Pommel, dexterity saving throw DC 17, one creature grappled by the Glabrezu. Failure, 15 bludgeoning damage. Success, half damage. Spellcasting, at will, darkness, detect magic, dispel magic. Once per day each. Confusion, fly, power word, stun. Next up, Gladiator. And I love this image here. Quite clearly underwater from the giant squid here and the fish in the background, but also just the overlay of this blue-green aqua colour. I like that you can see light shining through from the surface. This really vibrant crowd. This one having the time of its life, and this one professional fighters who pit themselves against one another, monsters, and other challenges to entertain audiences. While some compete merely to survive, others love the thrill of performing, and all gladiators know the importance of theatrics in keeping audiences excited. Roll on, or choose an option from the Gladiator theatrics table to inspire the unique flourishes a gladiator uses when competing. During a competition, the gladiator 1. Dedicates their impending victory to a deity, ruler, beloved noble, or member of the crowd. 2. Dresses in a monster-themed mask and cape. 3. Judges whether their foe fights honourably. 4. Leads the crowd in a rousing theme song. 5. Seeks to claim the trophy from a foe. And 6. Takes advice from the crowd, omens, or a pet. D6 for this one. Six again. I will re-roll that. If only you could re-roll so easily in D&D. It was clearly meant to be. Takes advice from the crowd, omens, or a pet. Gladiator, medium or small humanoid, neutral. AC 16, HP 112, speed 30 feet, initiative +5. Its scores here. Skills, gear, senses, languages, challenge rating, its actions here, multi-attack. The gladiator makes 3 spear attacks. It can replace 1 attack with a use of shield bash. Spear, melee or ranged attack roll +7, reach 5 feet, or range 20 to 60 feet. Hit 11 piercing damage. Shield bash, strength saving throw DC 15. 1 creature within 5 feet that the gladiator can see. Failure, 9 bludgeoning damage. If the target is a medium or smaller creature, it has the prone condition. And a reaction, parry. Trigger, the gladiator is hit with a melee attack roll while holding a weapon. Response, the gladiator adds 3 to its AC against that attack, possibly causing it to miss. Another double page spread here. Gnolls this time. And I love how busy and chaotic this image. I don't know if I'll leave this in, but there is currently a pigeon running across my roof. But yes, I do love how busy and chaotic this scene is, because I feel like it really reflects how it feels to fight and battle a pack of gnolls. Here we have forest, grassland, hill. The first gnolls arose from the hyenas that fed on flesh tainted by the abyss. Their corruption and violence delighted the demon lord Yinogu, who encouraged their numbers and spread them across the multiverse. Ever since, gnolls have been cackling servants of Yinogu, existing to cause ruin and to feast on what remains. Gnoll warrior. Gnoll warriors crave endless slaughter, but quickly grow bored with the prey they kill and the treasures they plunder. Nevertheless, they're enraged by the thought of anyone else having what's theirs, compelling them to despoil what they can't take with them. Gnoll warrior, medium fiend, chaotic evil. AC 15, HP 27, speed 30 feet, initiative +1. Its scores here. Senses, languages, challenge rating, actions, rend, bone bow, ranged attack roll +3, range 150 to 600 feet, hit 6 piercing damage, and bonus actions rampage once per day. Immediately after dealing damage to a creature that is already bloodied, the gnoll moves up to half its speed and it makes 1 rend attack. Gnoll Pack Lord. Rising above other gnolls with their viciousness and physical prowess, Gnoll Pack Lords terrorize weaker gnolls into their service. These brutes drive other gnolls to acts of great violence, then claim the best of their servant spoils. Gnoll Pack Lord, medium fiend, chaotic evil. AC 15, HP 49, speed 30 feet, initiative +4. Its scores here. Senses, languages, challenge rating, actions, multi-attack, bone whip, melee attack roll +5, reach 10 feet, hit 8 slashing damage. Bone javelin, ranged attack roll +5, range 30 to 120 feet, hit 7 piercing damage. And incite rampage, recharge 5 to 6. And incite rampage, recharge 5 to 6. The gnoll targets another creature it can see within 60 feet of itself that has the rampage bonus action. The target can take a reaction to make 1 melee attack. Bonus action, rampage twice per day. Next, the Gnoll Fang of Yinogu. Gnolls possessed by demonic vestiges of the demon lord Yinogu, Fangs of Yinogu direct the chaos of gnoll packs. Along the way, these fanatics seek grisly omens from Yinogu and strive to interpret the demon lord's vicious goals. Yinogu claims gnolls not as his brood, but as maggots purposefully released to infest a despised carcass. They are pernicious rot, the beast of butchery spreads across mortal worlds. Whatever they once were, they were remade and are now his. Igwilf, Demonomicon of Igwilf. Gnoll Fang of Yenogu. Medium Fiend, Chaotic Evil. AC 14. HP 71. Speed 30 feet. Initiative +4. It scores here. Senses. Languages. Challenge rating. Actions. Multi-attack. Bite. Melee attack roll +5. Reach 5 feet. Hit. 6 piercing damage. +7 poison damage. And the target has the poisoned condition until the start of the Gnoll's next turn. And Bone Flail. Melee attack roll +5. Reach 10 feet. Hit 7 piercing damage. And the bonus action Rampage twice per day. And then lastly, the Gnoll Demoniac. Gnoll Demoniacs are berserkers that arise from gnolls who've ritualistically fed on flesh corrupted by the abyss. Now embodying the ruinous hunger of Yenogu, these gnolls throw themselves into battle, heedless of odds of their own survival. Rampaging demoniacs even devour other gnolls in their wild frenzies. Gnoll Demoniac. Medium Fiend, Chaotic Evil. AC 16. HP 135. Speed 30 feet. Initiative +4. It scores here. Skills. Senses. Skills. Senses. Languages. Challenge rating. Actions. Multi-attack. Abyssal Strike. Melee or ranged attack roll +6. Reach 5 feet or range 60 feet. Hit 20 poison damage. Hunger of Yenogu. Recharge 5 to 6. The Gnoll conjures a 30-foot cube of magical darkness originating from a point it can see within 60 feet, which lasts for 1 minute or until the Gnoll's concentration ends on it. This area is difficult terrain. Dexterity saving throw DC 14. Any creature that starts its turn in this area or enters it for the first time on a turn. Failure, 28 necrotic damage, and the Gnoll or a creature of its choice it can see gains 10 temporary hit points. Success, half damage only. Bonus action, Rampage twice per day. Quite a fearsome one, these. And then our last double page spread of the day and our last monster, in fact. Goblins. Probably familiar to most of us. Goblins. I'm sure we've all fought them at some point during some campaign. Here, a goblin boss, a goblin hexer, and a goblin warrior prepare to strike against a bitter foe. And I just love the implication that this pack of goblins are preparing to strike against a bitter foe, which apparently seems to be this cow on a hill, which even has this, what looks like a little flower crown round its neck, or a flower necklace, I should say. Just the contrast of this small, gorgeous image here, the clouds and the blue sky, the sun shining on the hills, and these patches of flowers with this serene cow, and then these goblins in the dark brush below, preparing to strike. Goblins, wild tricksters and troublemakers. Habitat, forest, grassland, hill, planar, Acheron, Feywild, and Underdark. Goblins are Feywild embodiments of recklessness and ruin. They delight in wreckage, the louder, the more energetic, and the more convoluted, the better. Goblin raids are often as much opportunities to enjoy setting fires and tormenting livestock as they are parts of more disruptive plots. Goblins obey those who accomplish the wildest plans. Such leaders might be goblin raid masterminds, bombastic magic users, or those capable of making the loudest noises. Hobgoblins and forceful humanoids might also command ornery groups of goblins, directing their destructiveness towards banditry, sabotage, or war. The deity Glabrezu claims to be the god of goblins, hobgoblins, and bugbears, and on the infinite battlefield of Acheron, the deity commands innumerable goblinoid legions. In ages long past, Glabrezu witnessed the destruction propensity of goblinoids and relocated a population of them from the Feywild to his realm on the outer plane. Since then, hordes of these martial-minded goblins have flourished, with some finding their ways to material plane worlds. These vicious invaders seek to sow ruin in preparation for their god's conquest. First up, Goblin Minion. Goblin minions enjoy participating in the disruptive schemes of clever leaders, but are quick to flee when confronted by their comeuppance. Goblin Minion. Small fey goblinoid, chaotic neutral. AC 12. HP 7. Speed 30 feet. Initiative +2. Its scores here. Skills. Gear. Senses. Languages. Challenge rating. Actions. Dagger. Melee or ranged attack roll +4. Reach 5 feet or range 20 to 60 feet. Hit 4 piercing damage. Bonus action. Nimble escape. The That's not how you pronounce that. The goblin takes the disengage or hide action. Goblin warrior. Goblin warriors excel at causing mischief. Those in service of Glabrezu have greater discipline and are likely to withdraw to set up ambushes. Scimitar, melee attack roll +4, reach 5 feet, hit 5 slashing damage, +2 slashing damage if the attack roll had advantage. Short bow, and bonus action nimble escape. Goblin boss. Goblin bosses are often the most imaginative, disruptive, or forceful goblins. Through a combination of luck, cowardice, and callousness, these leaders avoid harm at the expense of their followers. Goblin boss. Small fey goblinoid, chaotic neutral. AC 17, HP 21, speed 30 feet, initiative +2. Its scores here. Skills. Gear. Senses. Languages. And challenge rating. Actions. Multi-attack. The goblin makes 2 attacks using scimitar or short bow in any combination. Scimitar. Short bow. Ranged attack roll +4. Range 80 to 230 feet. Hit 5 piercing damage, +2 piercing damage if the attack roll had advantage. Bonus action, nimble escape. And a reaction, redirect attack. Trigger, a creature the goblin can see makes an attack roll against it. Response, the goblin chooses a small or medium ally within 5 feet of itself. The goblin and that ally swap places, and the ally becomes the target of the attack instead. Oh, that's sneaky. And Goblin Hexer. Goblin hexers use flashy and disruptive magic. Many goblin hexers are theatrical, dressing and behaving in exaggerated mimicry of archmages. Briark, approximate translation from goblin to common. Hey Rube. Goblin Hexer, small fey goblinoid, chaotic neutral. AC 13, HP 45, speed 30 feet, initiative +3, and its scores here. Skills. Senses. Languages. Challenge rating. Actions. Multi-attack. The goblin makes 2 hex stick attacks. It can replace 1 attack with a use of spell casting. Hex stick. Melee or ranged attack roll +5. Reach 5 feet or range 60 feet. Hit 12 psychic damage. Spellcasting. At will, minor illusion. Once per day each. Blindness, deafness. Fairy fire and grease. And a reaction here. Jinx. Trigger. A creature the goblin can see hits it with an attack roll. Response. Wisdom saving throw DC 13. The triggering creature. Failure. The attack misses instead. After the goblin, we do have the gold dragon, which I have covered in a previous video, so I won't be covering them today. You can find those those dragon videos already on my channel, but I did think I'd end on a really lovely image. Thank you so much for joining me today. Unfortunately, there won't be a video next weekend, as I am going away, and between starting a new job, moving house, and this holiday, I haven't had a chance to get ahead like I normally do. So unfortunately everything kind of piled on top. But I will have one the week after, as long as everything goes well. We have got a busy time of it when we get back, but hopefully that won't disrupt anything. So thank you so much again for joining me today. If you have enjoyed the video in this series, please do give the video a thumbs up and comment anything that you enjoyed about it, or any suggestions that you have, or anything else you'd like to see. And if you are enjoying this regularly, then please do consider giving me a follow. Thank you so much.